Here we go. We're getting one with Mumbai-based singer-songwriter Aditi Iyer. Awesome to have you on the show with us today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, Aditi, what pops up in your story is your opera classical background. I mean, firstly, how did you get into that?
Well, actually, I think I was about 8 years old when I first began to learn, classical music, Western classical music. I have this really great teacher. Her name was Miss Situ Singh Buila, and she really helped me discover my classical and opera technique. I went to her for regular classes. Before that, I only used to sing pop. But after that, I began to learn lots of classical breathing techniques. And I think many songs like from Mozart or Puccini. And I think I mainly got into it through that. And I guess I began to appreciate the beauty in classical music.
Fantastic. So, are you a soprano, mezzo soprano, alto? What are you?
I'm a soprano.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, you're hitting all the high notes. So here we go from opera then to alternative pop. Firstly, why the switch?
Oh, it's not really a switch. I was always really singing both. So I feel like classical music for me was something that I picked on as well to help me refine my technique. But I think I've been a singer of both, and I've it's not really a switch. I think I've just been doing this pretty much my whole life.
That's fantastic. So then your operatic training, for example, how does that lend itself towards your performance and towards bettering your craft?
Well, that's a really good question because I think that all singing has a sort of, while we may have different styles, I think all singing has a similar foundation in a sense. I'd like to say I think that there are many techniques that many singers use to better themselves, like certain breathing techniques for sustenance or certain vocal techniques, so that we can maintain our pitch and we can sing high notes without straining. So I think that my opera and Western classical technique really helps me in those areas. I have lots of breathing exercises, for example, that I like to do. I also have lots of pitch, and like vocal warm ups, etc., that I'm able to do with classical music. And when I'm singing pop, I'm able to harness those. Like I use my head voice rather than, I think, maybe something that would harm my voice. So I think it really helps me, I think, make that transition.
Okay. So, performing live, before you perform live, are there some kind of rituals that you go through? Do you go like, I can sing high and sing low? Do you do all of that kind of stuff? All
Oh, yeah,
your
absolutely.
exercises?
Absolutely. I think I've done that exact same exercise. Yeah. So, yeah, I go crazy with vocal warm ups about 15 to 20 minutes before every live show. Also body exercises, like touching my toes, making sure my jaw is loose, all of those things to make sure that I'm relaxed on stage rather than being tight and tensed.
Yeah. That's fantastic. And you're only 17?
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I think you're a couple of albums down as well. So then, making music, following your passion, all of this. And what about the academics part of it? How are we managing that?
I think I'm managing okay. I think like my teachers would maybe say that I do well academically. I mean I do feel that I probably get good marks, but it's definitely I think it's difficult to balance both academics and music. But I feel it's something that when you're a young musician like me, it's something that a lot of us must do, because we have to do academics. I feel like it helps us be a more well-rounded person, and schooling education is definitely important. But then we also have a big priority for us, which is music. So I balance both of them. I go to school, I do my homework, and then I sit down, I do a couple of hours of music. So I do all of those things, and I just work really hard to make sure that I'm not, like, for example, doing like not good academically or not good musically. I try my best to just be a balanced individual.
Yeah. So I'm guessing year 12 would have happened or is happening or is going to happen for you.
Oh, yeah, it's in the midst. I think I maybe have about 12, 13 more days for my final exams to hit.
Oh
So
my God. How
it's,
are you feeling
yeah,
about that?
I think frankly tensed. Yeah, I mean, it's like 2 years of syllabus. So I'm really sitting down and racking my brain trying to study.
Okay. Is it, fair to ask what are you going to do with the music? Are you going to, take it forward? Are you going to study music going forward?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really excited that I got into Berklee College of Music.
Woohoo!
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that's actually where I'm planning to go. I'm planning to pursue vocal performance. So I really want to pursue music in college. I think it can really help me discover myself and maybe open my eyes to a new musical world in a new country and really figure things out for myself to be independent. So I'm really looking forward to that experience. So that's, I think, what my plans are for the future.
Well, I can see you in a pop opera. I can see you, doing. I don't know. I can just see you doing that. Just listening to your tunes. Let's come to your breakup song. Deleted your number. It's not that simple anymore, is it? In the age of ghosting and stalking and trolling and all of that, what are your tips to make a clean break?
I think that, block the person on Instagram, first step, so that you don't like accidentally like their photos or whatever. Facebook, I don't, yeah, maybe Facebook or, delete their number. I guess, like, I just wanted to say that, sometimes you just have to make sure that you act as if you don't know the person anymore. Just because maybe there are toxic influence in your life, and it could be romantic. I think the song could be interpreted as in a romantic context, but really, I think it can also be in this broader context, of friendships as well. A lot of the times we're in toxic friendships, and more times than I count, I've deleted a friend's number after I felt really hurt for something. So I just think it's maybe like about, like, yeah, we do encounter toxic people, but I think it's part and parcel of life to just, I guess, maybe delete their number, to put it metaphorically, and then to move on with our lives.
Yep, control all delete, I say. So the song in itself super dancey, and it's quite different from say the Dollhouse, your previous album. Is there a particular reason why you chose a kind of a different vibe this time around?
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like for Dollhouse, I was going for a very somber subject, abusive relationships. And I just felt like it would be more fitting to put it in maybe somber mood, a more pensive, reflective mood. But I also, at the same time, I feel like, thankfully, I feel like because I'm young and I can really experiment with many genres, I can learn about so many genres. I was thinking I would really like to also experiment, maybe do a more upbeat, more top 40 kind of vibe. And I was thinking, why not? Maybe it would be an interesting contrast because the lyrics seem a bit bittersweet, but then the music is so upbeat. And I just thought that it would be really interesting, but it would also show that, like, yeah, I mean, we can be sad about things, but at the end of the day, we kind of dance our worries away sometimes.
Well, that's a good way to do things. I'm going to hand it over to you, Aditi. I'm going to have you introduce the song to our listener. I'm going to thank you so much for joining us today. Over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so my song "Deleted Your Number" is something that I would say is about maybe the minute things in life. It's, I mean, there are a lot of like big things that happen in our lives, like big things, like maybe a breakup, like the breakup itself, and etc. But sometimes it's the minute things that can lead to really huge things. Like deleting someone's number is effectively deleting them from your lives, because it means no talking to them anymore, no calling them anymore. And deleted your number can also be extended to social media, like blocking them on all your social media handles, so you never really see them anymore and you've effectively cut them off. It may seem a bit minor, but I do feel it is a major step. So deleted your number is all about the minor things are major kind of thing when it comes to cutting someone from your life. So I guess that's all I have to say about the song.
That's plenty. Thank you so much, and congratulations on your Berkeley admission, and good luck with taking things forward. I shall be looking for you on the World Center stage.
Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you.
One World, your station. Radio 1.